Alright, hello everyone, my name is Timothy Lee Grant, and recently I have not been doing good at Leetcode at all. I've been failing over and over and over. This problem specifically was the video that I made yesterday. It's an easy, and I just completely couldn't solve it. And it got me very, like, what's the point kind of feeling. Essentially, like, here's the solution. I didn't come up with this. This was created by not here, but anyways, I got the solution from a different GPT essentially. I think that one was Copilot. So essentially, what I think I'm gonna do today is just try to actually. Okay, so I have this. Well, that's not part of the actual solution, but I have this answer. Here's the answer. It was accepted, right? Okay, whatever. Um, I I guess today I'm just gonna try to go through it and see if I can even understand it. I mean, looking at it, it's so simple, but I always get confused with these about, okay, for example, like, why is there a plus one here, but there's not a plus one here? That doesn't make any sense. And then I did like a plus one, or actually it would be minus one, because we're shifting right to be after the midpoint, right? So like this one is mid not inclusive. This one was mid inclusive, but now I made it mid not inclusive, and you have to make it negative because it shadows, right? This one is on the left, this one's on the right, and so this one is negative. Anyways, I do this, press submit, fails. Past that, hold on a second. There, fails. I take this away, okay, passes. Passes. Why would this be not inclusive? Or this would be inclusive, mid inclusive. This one is mid not inclusive. That doesn't make any sense. Okay, then there's no case in here where if nums of mid is equal to mid. What about that case? Why don't we care about that? And then, furthermore, how can we just return left? I get that left and right are indices, and we are moving these indices back and forth, and not really back and forth, but like this. But how do we know that left is the correct one to put? Why can't I do right? Because we're also moving right. You see? Let's submit it and see what happens. Okay, so we can do right. So does... So we can do it right. So does this mean that left and right are always going to equal each other? And so the case where... So we're not doing greater than or equal to, so we're not doing the equal case. And it seems like sometimes we... So in these binary search problems, and this is what I mean, I always get like tripped up on all of this. It's like sometimes this is uh greater than or equal to. Sometimes it's not. Sometimes it is mid inclusive. Sometimes it's not. Sometimes one is and the other one isn't, and we're doing. And then I try to follow through, like, okay, well, what is actually being kept track of, and how are these things moving? And I can never wrap my head around how it's actually working. And so I'm always just randomly guessing until eventually the solution is accepted. And it's like, okay, well, obviously I don't understand it. Like, there's obviously a problem going on here, but I can't figure this out. I really hate binary search, and I've never met another person who thought binary search was difficult. No one talks about, oh, binary search, that's a really difficult problem. It's always like dynamic programming or backtracking or one of these algorithms, right? Recursion. A lot of people, when they first hear about recursion, there's no recursion going on here, right? Like, binary search is not one of those problems that people think is difficult, but for some reason, like, I can understand it conceptually, kind of. Actually, not really. To be honest, not really. Like, I understand that I'm taking the entire array, okay? And then I'm just looking for the midpoint, okay? And then based on if it is larger or less than, right, I'm changing the indices. But I don't understand how we settle on a particular value. I guess that's where I understand okay, if it's less than, throw away the part that you don't care about, right? Like, I understand the logarithm aspect where it's big O of log n, right? Because I can understand you're cutting your data set in half each time and throwing away the part that you don't like. The part what I'm what I don't understand is how you settle on a value. Like, this is my value. And I understand that you're honing in on it. So I guess in this video I'm gonna try to, figure that out. Okay, so I have something like this. So 0, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. Okay, so I am missing this 6 right here, okay? And so I think the problem is I want to hone in, right? Is that the correct verbiage, right? I want to hone in on this 6. Okay. I start off, left is 0, right is, okay, well, this one is index, what, 10, right? 0, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. Index 11, okay, whatever. Yeah, that would make sense because it's 12. And then that would be the 11th index. Okay, so I have this right here. So how am I? So left is 0. Right is, what did I just say that this was 11 or something? Anyways, it doesn't matter. It's 11. Okay. So I'm trying to hone in on. See, you can't hone in on a comma. I guess I'm trying to hone in on this. I guess that's what I'm trying to hone in on, right? Or am I trying to hone in on this one? Okay. So, um, anyways, 11 divided by 2 is going to be 5.5. Okay. Round down to 5. Okay, so 0, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Here's mid. We're at here. So it's index 5, and the nums of mid is 5, so it's equal, right? Okay. So now what do? I come here. Is it greater than? No, it's equal to. So else left is equal to mid plus 1. So now I'm here. Yeah, I thought I was trying to hone in on this one, but I skipped it. I skipped it though. I skipped it. Okay. Well. Okay, so I skipped it for some reason, but that's fine, I guess. So that's what, 6? It's equal to 6. Well, that's actually the number we do want to return, because 6 is the missing, right? Like that's the. I mean that there just seems like a coincidence that it corresponds to the actual number. Okay, what if I had like a 13 here? 13, and then the middle is now this one. Okay? It wasn't this one. So now I come here and I say that it is bigger, right? And so I say right equals mid. Okay, so now my right is equal to this one. Now my right is equal to this one, and I can essentially throw away all of these ones. Okay. So I didn't do mid minus 1, right? I'm not here. I'm here. But that's the 6 again. That's the 6 again. So I'm honing in on the index value. Okay. That's the 6 again, you see? Or the 6th index that I'm returning. Okay. Let's I'm going to see how this plays out. Anyways, next one. Mid. Okay. Mid is whatever, 0, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Yeah, okay, that is, I just said it was a 6. So 6, 3. Mid is now the third index. So 0, 1, 2, 3. Okay, so we're looking here. Now we say what? Is it bigger? No, it's less, or it's equal to. Okay, so now left is this one. Okay, plus 1. Now left is here. Okay. Same thing. Find the midpoint. That's 5. So left is here. Mid is here. We come and now it's not bigger. It's equal. Like this is the 5th index and it's the number 5. Okay. So then we do left plus 1. So we come back to this one. So is that why we need to say 1 is inclusive or is not inclusive, the other one is inclusive, because in this way it hones in on an index. That's what I'm thinking. It just hones in on an index, and that's why we need one has a plus 1, the other one does not. So I'm thinking if we did something like this, where we had this, and then this one would be minus 1, right? Now, we're kind of lopsided, and I'm guessing what's going to happen is we're going to hone in on not this one, but actually this one, okay? This index right here. So I think that it's always going to be equal to the number right before we skip. So it's the number before the target, right? Not really the target, because the target is, again, it's kind of the in-between point right here. But we're honing in on the right value. And now I know that the right value corresponds to this index here corresponds to the number that's going to be 1 larger to it. So I can actually just go like plus 1. I'm going to submit and see if this works. I don't like how long that's taking, though. I mean, normally oh, come on, man. I thought I was on to something, but no, I wasn't. I mean, why would this fail and the other one doesn't? It's like, right? Minus. Okay. Why? time exceeded. No. No. I mean, okay, it's just two elements. I should be able to walk through this. I really. Okay, what's the midpoint? It's it's going to be 0, 1, right? Divided by 2, which is 0.5, and then integer, which is 0. So we're right here. Okay. Now I say nums here, is it greater than the index, which is no, because 0th index and it corresponds to the number 0. Okay. So what do? Mid minus 1, all of a sudden I'm off the graph. All of a sudden I'm off the graph. And I can no longer do this anymore. Because my right no longer makes any sense. So I mean, I guess I have to do that. And then in this case, I'm gonna come and say like, okay, well, now my right is equal to this one, and I throw away this, right? Hold on a second. Like, what should the answer be in this case, right? Because there's nothing missing. It's a 0 and a 1. Seems like it should be okay, actually. Like, what? But anyways, like, left. So we throw away, we say right is equal to here. So now left and right are equal to each other, and we're at the 0th index. And so now I just return that 0. Okay. So trying to figure out like how can I even like conceptualize these problems, because I've been failing at them consistently. And how am I going to move forward effectively to actually be able to do this, because it's something that is appears to be basic. Like, I think that this is a basic algorithm, but for some reason like my head cannot get around it. And even now I see the answer and I'm like, why? Right? Like, walking through it, I'm still not convinced. Like, I need this +1 here, or this. Why can't I have a -1 there? I mean, I literally just saw that it doesn't work on this. It sends me way off the array. But the other one does work. Wouldn't this one send me off the array on the other side? You see what I mean? Like, come on now. We're one is inclusive, the other one is not inclusive. Why? And we're honing in on something which is not really a thing. It's the in between. We're honing in on the in between. So how do I return something that's in the in between? Okay. Anyways, I think moving forward, I'm just going to have to just like bash my head against these problems over and over and over until I can understand them. I mean, I've been failing for a while on easies for binary search. I don't see another solution but to just slam through. Possibly I just need to memorize this. I don't know if that's the case, if that's the way I need to do it, just memorize this structure. Why is there a +1? Who knows, who cares? I mean, I really don't like that way of thinking, because I want to know. I care, right? But at a certain point you also need like success. You know what I mean? So it's like, maybe the method forward is just memorize that structure, and then don't worry about the why, and maybe later the why will, like, so I know sometimes, like, if you just memorize the formula and can use the formula, once you get practice with it, you kind of understand it. Like, you retroactively are able to understand it. Um, Maybe this is the case. I don't know. I'm just throwing things out there. Like, how can I improve? How can I move myself forward? Because I'm kind of I'm stuck right now. And it's something that I'm trying to make sure that I'm able to not give up, move forward, learn how to do it, get better at it, but do it in a real way that I'm not just like memor I don't know. I don't feel too good about just like memorizing it for the sake of memorization, but that might be the way forward. Um, and then later maybe I can understand. I don't know. Anyways, so yeah, I think going forward, what I'm gonna do is just keep hitting my head against these, like keep battling. Essentially, is what it is. Keep doing my every single day, have a battle with binary search over and over and over. And trust me, we have plenty. And luckily, there are a lot of easies. I'm seeing a lot of easies here. Um, and by the way, you see those check marks, and you can watch my videos in the past. I didn't actually solve them. At least I don't think so. I can't remember. Right? But anyways, um, and that's this one that we no, that's missing number here. Um, and so I see a fair amount of easies that are here, and I'm going to just keep hitting my head against these, keep battling, keep have continuing my war against binary search. So, anyways, if you guys are interested in that, please subscribe. That would be awesome. And I hope you guys have a wonderful day, and I will see you tomorrow. My name is Timothy Lee Grant, and goodbye.